Yo, what's good? What's good? This is Dex.
Queen Esther here, crowned it.
Hey, JacobiJones here.
Alexander Benedict.
And this is another episode of Complicated Discord. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is our, 23rd episode, I want to say. Tom has been flying.
I think 22, maybe.
No, I think it's 22. Last one was 22, I believe.
Oh, wow. We're flying through these.
Right. Yeah, 23. I think so.
But before we get the show started, I actually got a surprise for everyone, for all of those listening, and for, hell, the other hosts don't even know what's going on. The co-hosts don't even know what's going on.
You're coming out?
I'm going to bring the surprise out right now.
The shade of it all, Esther.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, yes.
I'm with the surprise. Thank you.
Good surprise. Good surprise.
Hello. For those of you listening and some of you watching, y'all might remember my cousin Devon Hamilton, the founder of, what's the name of your business again, D?
We got D Hamilton Technology for the appliance repair. We got Sweat Equity in New York for the personal training. We got KC DAP for the kids, sports, athletic training. And we have Platinum CD Store.
And all of which will be in the link below.
And if I'm not mistaken, you should be opening your gym here soon, right? Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can do some virtual youth sports-based development online, because in Florida, it seems like it's a lot more open. When I went to the parks, they had like a lot of people out there training the kids social distance. So I'm gonna try to see what I could do out here. I've been in Florida for about 3 or 4 days now. I might be staying for about 2 months just to see,
Well, if you need any help on the production, let me know. I'll come down, I'll record it, I'll edit it, I'll throw it all together for you.
Yeah, you're looking pretty good too, man. Why does your shirt look so tight?
He's on Batman sidekick.
Yeah, Batman onesie. I'm Batman. All right, don't judge me.
Batman onesie anyway.
Listen, y'all hating, especially you. You hating because I'm bigger than you now.
You've always been bigger than me, bro.
Nope. Shut up, Esther. Shut up. Shut up, Esther. All right, so let's go ahead and head into the show. Before we start, what's everyone drinking?
Who's gonna start? I don't want to start.
Go ahead, Jacob.
I'm on a sober kick, so I'm drinking.
Listen, hold on. Listen, watchers, I'm not going to hold you. Jacobi acting all holy, but if you look at his Instagram videos, he always got a shot of tequila or something in his hand. He's waiting to get on the show to act like he don't want to drink nothing.
It's because it's still daylight. You know what I mean? I got to wait till the sun drop before these panties.
Again, I'm going to put him on blast. He be posting his videos at noon with a bottle of tequila in the hand. He just acting brand new on the show.
And I just got off work, But anyway, I'm drinking a strawberry, pineapple, kiwi water.
Okay. Get your healthy on. What about you, Pete?
I think my bad. 2 D.
Oh,
yes.
Yes, I'm with you. Okay, I see where you at, my guy.
Only the fanciest of the fancy for this guy.
I wanted to get the blue too, but where my
it's
put
smooth,
it close to the
man.
screen so I could tap the bottle.
Matter of fact, I was trying to find a perfect glass for it, but I'm doing shots, so cheers to Belize.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about you, E? What are you drinking?
I am. Well, it's not mine. It's my niece's. She left it the last time. I'm just gonna open it and drink it.
Ooh, pink Moscato.
Strawberry.
So
that's listen. As a bartender, I'm gonna tell you that's how people get pregnant at the end of the night. So what?
Gotta keep it close.
How about you, Queen? What you sipping on?
Some honey jack and a Heine.
All right. Well, today's drink for me is going to be the Caribbean Sunset.
Ooh.
It is a martini, and we're gonna start off with it says 1.5 ounces, but I'm gonna put 2 ounces of raspberry vodka. Then you got a 1/2 ounce of Malibu, which is a coconut rum. Just in case you guys didn't know.
Caribbean, what's up? Good old Malibu.
Then you have, before Esther shames me, You have lime juice, a half ounce of lime juice.
That look like lime syrup.
Did your wife squeeze it this time?
No. Listen.
Right in the bottle, it ain't fresh again.
Listen, if y'all want fresh ingredients, y'all come over here and squeeze it for me. I'm grateful.
You be asking.
Trader Joe's.
If you're gonna do something, go all the way. Sorry, Devon.
Come proper.
Don't worry about. Listen, mind your own business. And then we're gonna put 2 ounces of cranberry juice.
Your urinary tract got to be clean as I don't know what. You put cranberry in everything.
Hell yeah.
Cranberry is good for you.
UTI is a real thing, man.
Give it a little shake. I have to get
yesterday. I went. I'll tell you when he done.
Oh, did you chill the glass, D?
I did. Look, it's all frosted and everything.
Oh, look at you! Look at you!
All right, get a round of applause. Slow clap.
You and these slow claps could kiss all my ass. I'll tell you that much.
What's your problem? You want a round of applause for something basic?
Just like you, basic.
Never that, queen.
You don't keep trying to play me. I'm sick of y'all ganging up on me. I got my cousin this time. I got backup, I hope.
There's no way you could have basicness on your show.
And this is the end result.
I love that.
Ooh, I love that color.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I like that.
Caribbean sunset. Damn.
Yeah, it's kind of
really beautiful.
It's like a sour coconutty, almost like a fusion between a sweet and sour drink. It's actually
What was the first thing you put it in again?
Say it again?
What was the first thing you put in it?
Absolute raspberry. You use any raspberry vodka, but absolute raspberry is what I like.
Okay, I see.
No shade. I'm noticing a trend here, though, because all your drinks tend to have cranberry, lime juice, and vodka flavor. And
remember, I did have the drinks with the
your
tequila.
switch up would be like the coconut. Or I remember one time you had the peach schnapps. I mean, it makes the drink taste totally different. I completely agree, but they all look the same.
Yeah, look, when it comes to colors, you only really get like 3 or 4 colors, and they're all primary colors. You get purple, blue, red, and like yellow.
Because speaking of and I remember one time we did banana. Of course, all those liquors are clear, so I mean, I get it. But did you see my Instagram last night? I went to this Mexican restaurant.
I did.
And it's brand new. It just called here. It's called El Mexicano. And
well, at least you gotta go all the way North Shore to get one.
No, it was on Wildlife, Kamuki. You know, y'all know. Yeah. But the food was banging. But they had a Jamaican margarita, and what it was hibiscus simple syrup, tequila, and dragon fruit juice blended together. The shit, and it was drizzled with they had like a drizzle of Grand Marnier. It was the bomb.
I'm not hating, but a Jamaican drink at a Mexican restaurant.
I had 3 of those
what
things.
Was Jamaican about that? The hibiscus?
Yeah,
I guess in their opinion,
it wasn't tequila because Jamaicans drink rum.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Isn't it the fruit?
Honestly, the thing is, I watched her drizzle something that was Oh, you know what? I said it wrong. It wasn't Grand Marnier. It was what's that rum they put on top of Mai Tais? I'm forgetting the name of it.
Grenadine.
No.
The rum.
The dark rum on top of a Mai Tai.
Okay, that made it Jamaican.
That's what I think she made it Jamaican.
Myers?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they put that on top and then they blended it.
Myers is what does it, because Jamaicans are good for dark rum.
Yeah, but it was the bomb. I'm not gonna lie. I had 3 of those things and I was right.
Sounds really good. I want one.
Yeah, it does. I'm about to go figure out how to make
We're
that.
We're going to have to get you to bartend for like an event that we throw or something, seriously. Because I want to taste all these drinks that you're making.
I do too. I really want to taste that gummy bear you made. Gummy something.
The Twin Snakes, the sour gummy worm martini.
We need to make a trip out to check Jacobi and do a complicated Discord vacation in Hawaii.
Believe it or not, it was already in the plans. It was already in the making. We was all talking about it already.
Definitely back out to that.
I do.
We going to, you know what?
Y'all can get this glow I'm getting when I make my.
You got edibles? You gonna keep them all to yourself? You selfish.
I wish I could pass them through the screen, but I can't.
Hey, it's okay. You coming over this weekend?
Mm-hmm. I am. I got things too that I've been hoarding from Brooklyn.
Wait, Devon, you're in Florida right now?
Yeah, I'm in Ocala right now.
Speaking of that.
I can't hear you.
When are you going to make it back to New York?
I'm thinking about staying through the new year, but I don't know yet. My son's birthday is January 5th, so chances are I have to go back to celebrate his birthday. But I have all the kids with me, so I'm just going to hang out with them.
Right on.
For Christmas.
Okay.
All right, D. Dex.
Well, to go ahead and jump into the show. The last show we ended on was we were talking about threesomes in committed relationships.
Were we?
Yeah, we were. We were talking about threesomes. Esther brought it up, and you guys wanted to talk about it, even though we only had like 3 minutes left.
Now, to see, I will still talk about it. How do you guys really feel about like a threesome in a committed relationship? It's a committed relationship.
Listen.
And what do you feel like it means? Because I see everyone's face. Like, what's going on?
I'm going to tell you something. If I have a threesome with anyone at all, I'm going to look at them in a whole new light. I'm being real.
No, but I'm saying it's not even about the other person. It's about being in a committed relationship.
That's my point. If I'm in a committed relationship and me and my old lady have a threesome, she is no longer the same person I seen before we had this threesome.
Well,
now, as far as I'm concerned,
that's a new thing. Is it a threesome with 2 men and a woman?
It don't matter what it is. As far as I'm concerned, you are for the streets. I don't want to look at you any less.
Hey man, Dex, you know me and you don't agree all the time, but I'm with you on that. You are from the streets.
Wait, whose idea was the threesome? So then your wife should just say no. So what about you other guys? What are you thinking?
I'm personally thinking, like, if you got with somebody initially before they were like wifey, and this was how you guys got down, I think that's kind of fine in your relationship because this is what you've been doing for a while.
Thank you for saying that aspect. I'm with that, guys.
Listen, threesomes all depend on the person's maturity in the relationship. I have let it be known multiple times. I'm not mature enough for some of these things. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you like, I'm going to be like, oh, God. I'm going to look at you like how dudes look at porn when they finish beating off. It's kind of like, ugh, get off of my screen. You
But see, I think it's mature that you are able to say it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like a wounded animal. Because I was in a situation once where, we decided to go, we started as fuck buddies. A few years later, we became committed. And then about 3 months into the commitmentness, which is soon, this motherfucker, I'm just like, he come over, we hang out, having our cuddly wuddly, and then he's just like, how do you feel about having a threesome? And I'm just like, beep. So you don't want to be committed then, because I stopped fucking other people for you. You know what I mean? Like, and that just showed me what that was really about. You know what I mean?
I agree. Okay, so in that aspect,
So if we started out like that, like you said, then that would be normal. But then when we go committed like that, and then you say some shit like that, then you forever for the streets. And that's why I wrapped that shit up, because I was just like, see, this is not what you really want.
Here's what no one is talking about, though, right?
You know what I mean?
agree with you, Jones. Yeah.
Here's what no one is talking about. You and someone been together for 3 years, right? And they're like, hey, let's have a threesome. Let's bring another girl into this. And since you've been smashing for 3 years, and now you finally got something new, and you pay attention to all that new, and the other person catch an attitude, because that shit happened.
I would lose my mind. I would lose.
Double-edged sword. That's what they call it.
It's definitely, thank you, Devon. It's definitely a double-edged sword, but you have to still think about the maturity of the people walking into that topic. Seriously, Pete, you haven't said anything.
Do you really want to know what I was just thinking?
I really want to know what Pete is thinking. That's what I want to know. Mr. Benedict, talk to me nice.
Here's the thing. You're in a committed relationship, right?
Yes.
You're committed to that person.
I concur.
Or say you having
Come on now, Reverend Pete.
Say it's a polyamorous relationship. Everybody
polyamorous?
Polyamorous.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got what he was saying. I just never heard pronounced that way. That's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're truly not committed. You're playing the fence. You're doing a Mr. Feeney. You're with that person right now, and then you're with that.
I understand what you mean. Yeah, and I feel like you're correct. I feel like you're correct.
You don't know if your spouse or your other person might double dip behind your back. Like it's
see, that's something with that right there already begins in the relationship. But don't you feel like that lack of trust already started in the relationship? Like that was a trust you didn't have. The person's busy doing that.
I think if you're gonna have a threesome, your relationship might as well just be open.
Well, I mean, I agree with that one. I don't think it should be a relationship. Okay.
And And that's my thing. If I got with somebody and they're like, hey, let's have a threesome, I'm gonna be like, yeah, cool, let's do this. And the minute we're done, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, it was nice knowing.
I really wish we had like another point of view.
You fucking whore.
You're like, why are you still here? But you said you liked me. I did until what we did 15 minutes ago. Now
that's the same concept. Too. Like why guys will like leave if a woman comes with a child from another guy. Like that's the same concept. It's a double standard to me. If you're gonna ask for a committed relationship,
again, it's all about choices, Esther. It's not a double standard.
That's what I said. It's based upon how people felt going into that moment in that relationship. You don't feel that way? Because if you can accept a child that is, out of wedlock or out of the relationship, you can accept someone that's not in the relationship.
Different. Those are very.
I see what Esther is saying. A lot of women accept kids outside of the relationship.
Yes, they accept kids outside of the relationship. When people bring kids into the relationship, but if we
she means like have a baby.
You thought that I got a 6-month-old. You ain't staying around.
Whoa! One at a time.
What I'm saying is that happens when you come in with a child, right? But if you've been dating for 6 years and then I walk in with a 3-month-old, you're gonna be like, nigga, hold on a second, hold the hell on.
But people do that, and people do stay beyond that, and people have communication beyond it. And so, to me, there's no difference in betrayal of trust with bringing a whole nother child that wasn't created with us to dipping behind someone's back after we had an understanding that this is commitment. Or we had to understand that this is a commitment and we're going to have a threesome, just like we're going to have a commitment and you had a child behind my back. So I don't see any difference. It all has to deal with communication and the level of commitment and respect that the people have for each other.
Esther,
you can't trust yourself.
Esther, I do agree with you to a certain extent because you're making some valid points. But to me, it's a lot of different things that come into bringing someone else into your relationship that you don't know what's going to happen after.
It's not necessary if you don't need that. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to happen. People don't need to bring a third person.
Let me give you a scenario. Because I know this happens. Like, let's say a girl gets with a guy and he has a lot of money, right? And he's paying for a lot of things for this girl, her apartment, her phone bill, her hair. Yeah, he's taking care of her. She's living in his apartment, whatever. And he's like, listen, we've been together for 7 months, 3 months. I think that we should invite another girl or a guy, depending on what his flavor is. What should she do if she doesn't want to do that, but she doesn't want to lose the benefits of what he's coming with?
See, that brings another thing. No, okay.
But that breaks down the same concept of like women who stay. Women who stay. This is stressing me out. Women who stay. Women who stay in relationships when men cheat on them and then they bring a baby home. All that is low self-worth. I don't give a fuck how much you love him. I don't give a fuck how much he taking care of you. If you knew what you were worth, you wouldn't put up with no bullshit. So in that same concept of what you saying down there, it's self-worth. Like if you know this pot of gold right here should be enough. And if it ain't, then fuck you. And the horse your ass rode in this motherfucker.
Well, that will bring me to another concept too. It's like emotion versus logic. Like what makes sense or versus what you're feeling. Like if the sex is that good, do you want good sex or good credit? Emotion versus logic.
That's what don't come together, bitch. Believe me.
Oh God, they don't really.
I got another one. I got one more.
What's up?
All right. So I look at porn. I don't know how many of you guys look at porn, but I definitely look at porn. And
Pete's like, I answer no questions.
So
this is for the public, right?
So in a lot of porn, we know that they get some of these scenarios from people's fantasies or real life interactions. Some of it that I see is like white men allowing black men
to go in,
with their wives because of whatever.
He actually wants
the fantasy for that big black cock.
That really happens though. Like they'll bring a man into their relationship because their wife needs to be satisfied, and they know
because they're into watching.
Wait, time out. Have you been to Fort Hood?
No, I have not.
I don't even want to know.
Listen. To give anyone context, if you know anyone that's been married and live at Fort Hood, ask them about the bed stand. There's this running thing that whenever soldiers deploy, another soldier will smash their wife. And what they'll do is they'll get a sticker for their unit and they'll put it behind the headboard. So when the husband comes in, he'll look behind the headboard and say how many stickers have accumulated.
Okay, somebody will find that funny, but that ain't funny. That's just
actually what it is loyalty amongst
exactly
men.
Lack of trust and lack of loyalty.
No, not lack. It's loyalty amongst men. I'm gonna fuck your wife.
I was
but
about
I'm gonna
to say because I was like shorty for the streets.
Sticker, this bitch ain't shit.
Did you guys ever see that thing where the guy went to the woman's house? And the woman was like, married, but don't tell this person. So the guy lifted up the toilet seat and he wrote under the toilet seat the entire conversation because he knew that the guy was going to pull it up to pee.
You see that? Like, all of this could be stopped and people would just keep it a buck with each other. Like, I just want to taste you and I want to go taste other things too.
That is a genius.
So hold on. That brings up an important question.
What's that?
Do you think it's fair to ask your significant other to wait for you while you're incarcerated for an extended period of time?
Ooh.
Here's my point of view as a female and as a person.
Okay.
It depends on the relationship prior to. And I don't think if the relationship is like that the person would ask you to wait. It would be something that's unspoken about or understood. Like, I'm going away for this time. Either you could do you, but after this, okay, there is a loyalty, but I expect you to be happy while I'm inside. Or you can be selfish and be like, okay, I got caught up. I'm inside. You know what I'm saying? Wait for me. I'm going to be 20 years. Oh. That is kind of selfish, but it's based upon the relationship prior. That's what I mean.
What's the
understanding of the person who's going inside? What? It's wrong. It's wrong to do the asking, but if a person wants to wait for you, that's okay.
How much is a good amount of time to wait, Esther?
There's never a good amount of time to wait for someone that you want to be around.
You could do 6 months. You could do 8 months. You could hold on. You could hold out for 6 months.
First of all, if a person has needs, any amount of those times wouldn't make a difference because it would
hold on. No. Because Pete, you about to go downrange for
No. Are you here listening to what I said? It depends, bro. Like, it depends. Don't even go there. He's gonna go down rage, and his lady's gonna be loyal, and you're gonna find
that's not. I think I can hold it down for 7 months, maybe. After 7 months, it's a wrap. If you got a 1 year bid, it's like I'm not helping you out. No, I'm not waiting a year.
Really?
No, I'm not waiting.
Then that's another thing. It's like, are you gonna put your life on hold for another person? How strong is that bond? That's what I mean.
If you got a 5 year bid, I'm not promising that I can withhold for 5 years. I can promise I'll withhold my heart for 5 years.
Would you?
Yeah, your heart, but not your body.
Hold on. Yeah. Would you at least promise not to sleep with any of their friends for those 5 years?
Of course, 100%. I could promise that.
I mean, there's lots of in the sea. It's fine.
Easy promise.
Listen, what about you, Pete? Talk to me, because you are about to be in a said situation of sorts.
It depends on the relationship.
It does.
I think it depends on the amount of time.
I don't.
For me, relationship is more than just sex. For me, it's after the sex. Like, can we talk? Is it awkward? That shit plays a big, significant role.
Thank you.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Am I fine with this? Can I do this?
Knock yourself out. Listen, let me interject here, okay? I'm gonna bring up a very important fact that no one here has touched on yet.
What's that?
It depends on not only the amount of time you're in, but when you go in. Because mind you, I'm 37 right now, right? If I go to jail for 20 or 30 years, by the time I come out, my old lady's gonna be 60 something. Or vice versa. If I'm this age and you're like, yo, I got a 20-year bid, I'm being honest with you, the minute you walk out the door, I'm calling someone else.
You talking about 20 years, bro? In 10 years, in 5 years, you're old. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
you're right.
Five years from 40 is 45, bro. What are you talking about? Who's waiting for that?
You are not.
Okay.
I feel like at the end of the day, it all depends on the situation, the amount of time, and when it happened. Now, yes, there's
if it happens, what about if it happens like it's right as soon as you impregnate someone and you're going in right when your baby, this is not for you, Pete, but like, so what about that? Should the person wait for you? Should the person wait for you? Listen, like the baby's gonna be born regardless.
Let me be real with you. If I'm let's say if I got arrested when I was, let's say 21, right? And I'm about to go for 20 years, I would come out, lady, yo, don't even wait for me. Don't even wait for me. If I come out and still around, we can pick it up. Because at the end of the day, you also got to consider, how do you know how you're going to feel after 20 years? You might get out and be like, oh, I kind of don't like you no more. Then that person wasted all that time.
No, I think with that amount of time, people are definitely going to change. You know, you're going to grow differently. You're going to be inside. You have to, you're going to be institutionalized because you had to protect yourself and survive for that extended period of time. So, I mean, at the end of the day, and even the person that you're reacting with outside, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be meeting a different person. So is it right? Huh?
How about the person that's in jail? Are they holding it down in jail?
Can they?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Or is their booty hole going to be up for grabs?
Prison got hoes. That's what I'm saying. Prison got hoes.
They might, because I've done little bits, not big ones, very small ones. And when I'm in there are inmates having intercourse with guards all the time. Like all the time. It's a real thing, man. You know, like the inmates, they be really like giving it to the guards sometimes. And how do you avoid the person that's incarcerated from having sex? And sometimes it depends. People get raped in jail. Like if someone gets raped and then they end up like switching teams. This stuff happens, bro. I'm not making it up. Like,
I'm not saying you were. It's just funny the way you said it.
Bisexual with a fetish, with a need. Like how is
and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way
or the hard way.
Hard way.
Please, Johnson, the Booty Warriors. If you don't know, look it up. That nigga is real.
Crazy. No, but he makes a great point.
I mean, I think we just have really, really unrealistic ideas for other people when we get in relationships. We're all human. We're all here to experience different things. And if we choose to experience...
No, I think that...
First of all...
it's not right. Either way it goes, like, you know, the whole... I'm not with it.
Hey, I'm going to say this. When you get a group of human beings in close proximity, somebody fucking.
Something's going to get fucked. Okay?
Somebody fucking.
I know what? I think I'm just a wounded animal in this situation because I've been cheated on.
So you're biased is what you're saying.
I'm jaded and I'm biased. And
thank you for calling yourself out.
I'm just for real. It gives me, I honestly, I'm getting a headache just from this conversation because it's reminding me of shit, and I'm just like,
when you give up mental, emotional, and physical to somebody, like the whole thing, like you all in, and they violate you. Oh man, you want to kill them, man. You want to burn them. You want to break.
I mean, I'm over it. I'm fine.
But at the time,
this from the guy who told somebody to meet him and then got on the plane.
This is true. I guess maybe that happened to me because I was reaping what I sow.
Barbara's a bitch.
Okay.
All right. Well, you know what? Since we're talking about sex, let me ask y'all a question. How important is stamina in sex?
Extremely.
I
actually broke up with a dude one time and he was so sweet, but he just couldn't hang. So
hold on a second. Hey, Esther, how important is stamina to you?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
You bro.
I don't know if that said a lot, but no. Very. It's important sexually, yes. Is it important to me? Yes, it's important to everybody. Am I willing to work with the person that I'm fucking? Yeah. I'm understanding. If you're tired, let's switch. See, but don't tell me we're stopping. Do not tell me we're stopping. That's just wrong.
And that's what I'm getting at here. It's the switch up. Is what I'm talking about here. I seem to find a lot of the times when it comes to sex and stamina, females want a guy to blow their back out for 6 straight hours.
Yes, that's right. Blow my back out.
But Pete, wait, hold on.
You ever seen that GIF with the baby giraffe just wobbling across the floor? That's who I want to be every day.
Hold on. But that's what I'm saying. Females want guys to blow their back out for 6 straight hours, nonstop. Straight working. But then when a dude says some shit like, hey, why don't you get on top? A chick will ride it for all of 2 minutes. I'm like, my hip hurt, my back hurt, my feet hurt. I need some water. I'm tired.
First of all, you get into that position first. That's what I want you to do. And see how thank you. Okay, I want you to get into the position first. If it was perhaps a different position, maybe it could work. Maybe if niggas was like doing yoga together. Okay, and you want somebody to be in the position that you're talking about. Then maybe we can talk.
See, okay, you so lucky you got me today because I have been in both of these worlds, okay? And I will tell you, Charlie horses are real, but you just got to bounce through that shit. You just got to bounce right through that shit. You just got to grip the wall and just bounce right through that shit. You just I'm dead ass serious.
So now, listen, real quick, to the Charlie horse is not to stop.
What's up?
The solution to the Charlie horse is not to stop.
Yeah, it really is.
I just feel like once we engage in sex, that's what I'm saying. No matter what, my outlook is going to be the same. Because you want to call me on sex, but I just feel like everything should be equal. That's the way we should enjoy this shit equally.
No,
I don't know what I'm saying.
I want your opinion on something. Now, y'all tell me if I was wrong for this, okay?
Yes, you were wrong, Jacobi. Yes, you're petty. You were probably wrong.
This wrong shit, yeah.
The dude I was telling y'all about a second ago, okay, right? And the whole blow the back out. Yes, I do. I want smoke coming from the deep end. You know what I mean? But the dude that I was with was a white guy. He was nice. Really cute, so whatever. The sex was okay, but he could only last. He would get that blowing going, but then my back wouldn't blow out because he'd be done in 4 minutes or so. And I had a conversation with him about that. I was like, boo boo, I'm gonna need you to do a grocery list in your head or something, but so that you don't come so early. So stop thinking about, you know what I mean? That's the solution. I told him, and he was just like, that don't work for me. He was like, I always just come in 2 to 4, maybe 5 minutes. And I was just like, well, this is not gonna work out for me because it's just not gonna work. And he told me I can't. If you want to be fucked for an hour, yes, I could do that for you. But it would be for 5-minute increments and we take 5-minute breaks and then do it again. And I was just like, no, I can't, that still don't work. No. See, and he was really upset with me. He was just like, I can't believe it all because of sex if you don't want to be with me no more. And I was just
I feel as though perhaps your view of sex is just very limited.
How dare you?
What the fuck are you talking about? Humans are limited in what pleases them. You understand what I'm saying? People think about sex, dick in a hole or a hole and a dick in a hole of some sort or a mouth on a pussy. It's whatever the case may be. But there's also sexual sex. That you can meditate into sex. There's levels to it. That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with you? That's what I'm saying. Y'all mad limited, Jones. Limited.
Meditated sex.
There's Kama Sutra.
Meditated sex? Did you mean premeditated sex or meditated sex?
No, I'm talking about in the moment. In that moment, let's slow it down. Have that intimacy in a sexual moment.
Hold on.
And there's just limited sex. It's like, okay, I want to blow your back out, or do I want to be intimate with you?
Esther,
there's just what?
You said about equality, right? My point still remains the same. Y'all want all of the hard riding, back breaking.
That's what I just said. It's
pulling off.
It needs to be
hold on for a straight hour, but y'all motherfuckers can't get on and ride for more than 2 minutes at a time.
I can
move over. Pete, go ahead. I mean, Mr. Alexander.
Now you want to divert. You see?
Nah, because Oh, boy got a point. First off, this shit ain't equal.
Not equal at all.
Unless it's two.
I'm not saying that it should be.
It ain't equal.
But it should be.
How?
I'm agreeing with y'all. That's the thing. I'm agreeing with you guys. I'm just also telling you there's different forms of getting to the point that you want to get to.
We talking about riding some dick, okay? We ain't talking about other forms of anything.
So then you want to be limited. If you can't get a bitch to ride your dick.
You know, you're right. Like, I had great mentors growing up, and foreplay.
Sexual mentors?
Huh?
You had great sexual mentors growing up?
No, people would tell me, they would talk to me about sex. Like,
it's spirituality too, yeah.
But they would tell me, like, foreplay is essential. Like, you want to get her warmed up before you get in.
I get that. I agree with you. I agree with you. But there ain't enough of warming in the world to give them an extra 10 minutes riding on top. The point still remains the same. No matter how much you warm them up, you get about 2-3 minutes of straight ride, and then all of a sudden, legs.
So hold up, no, stop. Suppose you get that good ass pussy riding you forever. Can you make it?
Hey,
but can you make it though?
Hey,
but can you make it though?
Hold on. I'm not asking for forever. I'm asking for you to ride it. Hold on. I'm asking for you to ride it an equal amount of time of dick I'm giving you.
Because you know what though, niggas can't hang. Because I'd have done the do-si-do on a couple dicks, and they just it's a 5 minute.
Niggas at the dough. Niggas don't be ready.
Hold on. I agree.
Go ahead.
Make a very valid point, Esther, because he's talking about we want you to ride it, but ain't nobody trying to do the slow ride. Nobody want to go on no merry-go-round. We want that rodeo.
There's two sides to this point, and I'm like old school, so I got solutions to problems. So even if you're,
please help us.
Even if you got like a 5-minute problem, like you keep like it's happening in 5 minutes. Jacobi, they got this thing that they sell in Guyana. It's real cheap. It's called Blue Boy. It's like a Viagra.
I know what you're talking about.
It's like half of the dosage. Hold on, I ain't done yet. They got Spanish Fly. That's for the old school guys. They got Stone. Hold on.
Spanish Fly is
Stone. I was gonna say you got Stone.
You got Stone, and they got this new thing right now that's in a yellow and black container. It's honey. And they infuse it in honey. And all you do is you're in the party and you drinking and you sucking on this like honey thing. Minimum 45 minutes. Minimum. There's solutions to all these problems. But hold on, Dexter. I got you too. Hold on. If you solve this problem, who's to say that she's going to give you now what Dextroy needs, which is a half an hour of porno style? If you can't,
wish they take intermissions and breaks and stuff like that.
One more topic, and I think I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Vagina, pussy, it doesn't have
great.
Hold on, and I guess ass also. It doesn't have a tap out. There's no tap. There's no.
There's not.
Hold on. But the person behind that ass or that pussy, there's a tap out. And they tap out all the time, the person behind that pussy or that ass. It may be pretend I can't ride because I'm tapping out. It may be put my legs straight in this specific position because I'm tapping out. It may be put my stomach on the bed because I can't take the back shots because I'm tapping out.
Well, you know, some people, everybody ain't the same size now. You can't be judging.
I have a cervix. I don't know about y'all, but I have a cervix.
Because I can't breathe in certain positions. It's just not cool.
It's times like this I wonder how I got here.
Isn't that not the truth?
First of all, hold on. Don't be trying to shame us. I've heard you talk about some of your conquests. I'm trying to put Jacobi, you know.
Yes, I sure do. I know about her conquest and her conquer.
Look at her trying to act all polished,
high and mighty.
The crowd.
Right.
The question is,
I'm a lady. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Have you ever tapped out? Have you ever tapped out? Like, nah, I can't.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I wish I could find his ass to this day.
I want to hear you.
Because I loved every second of that shit.
Hey, check this out. Like in my 20s, like, man, Brahma Bull, like, I could go for hours, no problem.
But what do you? Okay.
In my 30s, Like, you better get yours before I get mine.
So I have a question for y'all. What percentage in this essence do you think of people are in relationships are sexually satisfied in said relationships?
That gets complicated.
Like, exactly. You could be booed up, but are you sexually satisfied?
The percentage of people globally, I think it's a very small percentage of people who are satisfied, because that's why so many men cheat.
Hold on. I
agree with you.
I didn't say you cheat before you run off the hinges.
I don't think people cheat because they're not satisfied. I think people cheat because eventually it's kind of like, okay, well, I've been doing this forever, and the opportunity is there. It's like they say when it comes to crime. Hold on, it's like crime. People commit crimes because of motive and opportunity. You take away one, you lose the other.
But I mean,
I understand what you're saying. Definitely, I see where you're coming from. But
I do too. It's about being satisfied. Sometimes you're satisfied all day, and then you get like Rihanna walk through, and she's like, "Hey, look, it's been one of those weeks." People do shit. People fuck up. Things happen.
Brought to you by
most people are sexually satisfied in their relationships.
I don't think so. I don't think most people are satisfied sexually in their relationships, because if you're living with somebody for a long extended period of time, you're exposed to some really weird sides of that person, and that could like
turn you off.
Yeah, it does affect the bedroom. To be honest with you, I've been in long-term relationships. It does affect the bedroom. If you're unhappy with somebody for, like, say, 3 months out of a year, for those 3 months, you're not giving them your best. You've been with them for the whole year, but for the middle 3 months, you didn't give them your best because you was unhappy with them for some kind of reason.
No, that's true. I mean,
that's what angry sex is for.
No, and then it's not even fun. That's not
angry
fun.
sex is the
that make it worse.
All that
situation worse.
I feel like angry sex is how kids are born. I feel like it's the Listen. Me and my wife, I love her to death. We got into an argument on Thanksgiving. Not even a month later, she's like, "Hey, I'm pregnant." I was like, "Of course you are. Of course you are."
I figured it out, Detroit. I figured it out. Angry sex makes girls. Real love sex makes boys.
No, this is what it is.
No, because me and my wife only has girls. Shut up. Why you start trouble in my house, Devon? Why are you trying to start trouble?
You have quite a few sons, so you're fine.
I'm talking about with my wife. We only have girls.
Okay. You gotta go off with her.
Stop. It's okay to admit fault. Gotta cuddle.
It's true. It's true. It's very true.
So how y'all gonna keep the spice involved in your relationship? And I feel like maybe some boys will come around. Just spice it up.
Communication.
Gotta keep that spice.
But see, Jacobi made a good point about this last week, though. When it comes to spicing up relationships, not everyone takes the criticism constructively. Some people take it very, very aggressively. Like, "Hey, look, so we've been sleeping together for about 3 years, and you've been coming kind of quick. I'm sorry. You said what now? What do you want me to do about it? I'm just saying."
No, that was literally me in my late 20s.
What?
That right there. What he said.
Coming quick. I said a lot of things.
No, that whole scenario. That was me in my late 20s.
Yeah, like you got to understand that. You still let that very, very confusing, Pete.
Now, me in my 30s, yeah, we've talked. I've tried other things.
What you done tried, PD Pooh?
I've tried Blue Chew. Blue Chew works, man. That shit works, bro.
Did he say what?
What'd you
Blue
say?
Chew.
I thought you said Bluetooth. What you said?
Blue Chew. That shit works.
It's that good stuff,
Believe it or not, I had a friend who was taking Viagra in his 20s. And he was like, he told me one day, he was a medic. He was like, "Hey, Dex, listen, let me tell you something. You need to go out to the club and get you a chick and take like half of Viagra." I'm like, "Why?" He was like, "Because it's not that you need it." He said, "But for some reason, it makes your dick bigger. And like, you be surprising these bitches. They don't know." And I'm like, "Wait, for real?" He's like, "Yeah, try it, man. I'm telling you, it changes your life." And I'm like, "Oh, shit."
I'll have to go run an extra lap around the damn track. It will also increase blood fucking flow.
That's what it does. It increases blood flow.
Women can take Viagra too, believe it or not.
You can Google this shit. I was at the gym one day and I went to the steam room and there was this dude in there, like my age. This was like 6 years ago. And he had like one of those blind caning things where you like click stuff to see where you're going. And we were chit-chatting. I asked him, how did you become blind? Were you born blind or how did you become blind? He was like, I used to be a porn star and I took too much Viagra and I went blind. And I was just like, whoa. And he was just like, no, yeah, for real. He was just like, Google it. And you can Google it. And the number one side effect, I Googled it afterwards, is a side effect to taking Viagra when you don't need it and you're not elderly and you have an impotency problem and you're taking it just for fun. If you take too much of it over a period of time, you will go blind.
Okay, so don't take Viagra to keep, the spice in your relationship. Try new hobbies together.
Say something because Viagra is a prescription. Yeah. There's organic things that you guys named off.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah, ginseng.
There are.
Oh, speaking of ginseng, thank you. Go ahead. See, right in there.
Who you giving that to, Esther?
Right.
I need the energy for this. I need the energy to deal with y'all. So I was.
What are you trying? What are you implying? Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
What are you implying?
No trains. I'm just saying to just do.
What are you drinking, Esther?
It's just red ginseng. It's for energy. An energy drink.
No, that's literally what ginseng does. It gives you energy.
Oh yeah, that works too. I didn't know it worked for girls too. I didn't know that.
No, not like that. It's literally to up. It's late over here.
Growing up, all I knew was you get a little thing of ginseng, you throw it in a pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to know we are halfway through this. Fourth drink. So.
You're through your fourth?
Yep. This is gonna be fun.
The show about to be over, y'all.
This is gonna be fun.
Well, I did drink all my. I'm hydrated, and I'm
y'all
on my
GT's to drink, Y'all just drinking.
Hey, Devon, you better let them know we come from a long line of drinkers.
Yeah, I can drink. I can hold my alcohol pretty well.
Me too.
I mean, I'm Caribbean too, but my age is young.
I like to dance when I drink. That's the only thing. I feel like
listen, I feel like we were born with super livers because our family adopted and evolving some kind of strange mutants. That's what it was.
Genetics do work like that. It works like that 100%. If your grandfather and your great-grandfather died of like cirrhosis of the liver, obviously your body is going to tell your sperm to build the liver stronger for your seeds.
That's what happened. Believe it or not, our grandfather.
Okay, is that factuals that you bullshit?
You think that you tell yourself that because it feels easy.
If you work out, it's like how LeBron James' sons are naturally fucking big.
That's different. That's not like genetics. Alcoholism.
It's genetics. It's like it's gonna help it's gonna improve your liver.
Okay. You keep telling yourself that.
All right. I'll give you another. I'll give you something else. All right. So like most parents, like back in the days, they taught their kids how to be like mechanics. They were mechanics. If I owned a body shop, my son took that business over. Or if most teachers have teachers or most doctors have doctors, why is that?
That's different. That's not different.
I think that's environmental.
If I'm an alcoholic, chances are this person is going to be an alcoholic.
That is inherited.
Well, that's true, but that's more like of a hereditary thing. A hereditary genetic.
Actually,
Daddy was a mechanic.
Hold on, no. When you think about it, when you think about it, the ability to retain information and translate it is something that you inherit, because there have been two reasonably smart parents that have a smart child, because that child can take in information better than other children, because that's how they were bred. It's weird. It's kind of like back in when the Spartans would selectively breed their warriors and their philosophers. It's a thing.
Well, you know, also too, if they're both incredibly smart, the child could grow to be incredibly smart because they give them the tools, not because it's genetic. It's because they teach them the necessary ways of how to educate yourself and how to actually the process of studying and learning. And you know what I mean?
Let me hold on real quick. Okay, let me kind of give you a personal thing on that. Our family was we were all carpenters.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much knows how to use their hands. It's like the fight is always nature versus nurture.
Yes. Now the thing is,
which one trumps?
Now the thing is, we can all do something with our hands. Devon does carpentry. I can do mechanic. I could take apart and put together an engine with my eyes closed.
Okay, where are you going with this?
Hold on.
But we inherited that.
Hold on. But keep in mind, because it's like you said, nature versus nurture.
Did you inherit it, or were you influenced because you saw so many other people
doing it?
We were
also influenced, but I think go ahead.
The younger generation of our family, a lot of them not only can use their hands, but they're smart. Like we have a cousin that's a doctor. We have one that's a lawyer. We have an engineer.
Yeah, we have a lot of engineers.
Devon's brother runs a business.
I think that's very influential within the family. Like, you know, like
I think that's wonderful, but I don't think the way you grow up and decide to carry on your and the things that you
that's like a family thing.
Like that. That's not.
No, but it's
genetic. That's
no. But it's inherited,
and it's a great one.
No. But the way we take in information and process it is inherited from the people before us. So even though we were taught to do things mechanically and construction wise, we can process things on a very business aspect or a very intelligent aspect. If that make any sense to you guys,
I want to say I want to say more so hands on.
I just don't agree.
Picture it. Yeah, the fight has always been nature versus nurture, and definitely if you immerse somebody that doesn't have these skills into a situation with two doctors raising this adopted child, chances are this adopted child is going to become a doctor too, even though their biological parents may not have been doctors.
Which goes back to what I said. It's very environmental, based on what is influencing. What do you want to go ahead?
Now I know Pete's seen this a lot because Pete was in the military with at the same time. You will go to basic training and you will see guys who's like, yeah, my mom and my dad, and I come from a long line of military people, and the kid end up flunking out of basic or AIT because they can't make it. That happened. At the end of the day, now it's not just inherited genes.
Well, they didn't give them the training on how to handle boot camp. They just told them, we did it, you do it.
How to read a book.
That's not true.
You have to be mentally trained. No. I didn't go to the military because I knew you ain't yelling in my face. I mean, I know it's mine or matter, but I didn't go to the military by choice.
Me either.
I'm from a family that does not handle authority well. And I did 11 years.
I think the people, those specific people that got like military family, Jacobi, you right 100%. If you go in there and your daddy and your granddaddy was from the army, them niggas ain't had you doing push-ups, sit-ups, or running 15 miles a day. Your granddaddy ain't do that. Your uncle ain't do that.
And
you can't pass basic training.
So you feel comfortable.
You didn't go to the military.
No, I didn't go to the military, but
no, Esther, you said the same thing with you. You never went. I know you.
No, I was saying the same thing. Like it's like if your family is military and you know it's a military family, like your grandfather was in the military, it's more than likely you're gonna want to go to the military or be influenced to do it. Not necessarily because you belong in the military, but it's because it's a family thing. You know.
I get what you're saying, Devon, in like the sense of. Like I said, if they don't prepare you for that, they can tell you do it because it's what I did. But if you ain't mentally ready to be doing all that,
if you're more creative versus more logical, then
it'll be easy for you to say, "Fuck you, I want to go home." You know what I mean?
Which is why we're not in the military, Jones.
I remember I was like, I remember they were in my cafeteria and I was like 16, 17 and I signed the paperwork because I wanted to get that bag of free shit they was giving everybody, right? And then when I graduated, the Navy called me and was like, hey, no, we can help you pay for college and did it. And I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to join. I'm gay. And then she was just like, oh, well, no, we don't ask that question. You don't need to tell me that. And I was just like, I know. But I'm gay, and I want you to know that. So stop calling me.
Let me tell you, that was a trap. These niggas will tell you whatever it takes to get you in. I'm telling you, they will lie to you. Like I seen a Family Guy episode one day, and the guy was like, the commercial was like, the Army, oh yeah, and if fine print, your results may vary. It was kind of like that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
The reason why I ain't joined the military is because I didn't want to kill nobody. Like I didn't want to shoot nobody.
I could do that. I just do not want to be able to be myself. I
feel real bad about shooting somebody. Like I wouldn't. Damn, I shot this guy in the leg. It's never.
What about if he was about to shoot at you?
Well, yeah, but then that's why I don't want to put myself in that position.
The weirdest thing about that was I grew up with Devon, and I seen him punch an airport worker in the face over a roll of film.
I got into a lot of
stuff like he doesn't want to shoot anybody.
I never shot nobody.
Shoot, punch, same thing.
No, I ain't never shot nobody.
Hey, was that an airport or was that the car show?
It was the car show, bro. I seen somebody get shot in the leg. A guy named O'Neal in front of the shop, bro. This shit hurt my heart. The gunman woke up right to him and shot him, bloom, right in the leg.
It is traumatic. It is very traumatic.
I know. That's why you guys see my. I'm like.
That's why PTSD is real.
The man never walked the same again.
Listen, I'm jaded. People getting shot isn't a huge thing to me, but I was in the military for 11 years. So,
but you have PTSD, and I don't care what you tell me.
I don't got PTSD.
He has no PTSD. Does he look affected to you? He is good.
He does. He looks extremely affected to me. The fact that he ain't affected is why he's so affected.
The PTSD before the military.
The military gave me PTSD just for being.
I think relationships give people PTSD. Period.
Hey man.
But you know what? Hold on. Going to relationships and to traps. Let me ask you a question. What about if there's been a growing trend now where females or guys, just people will hire like IG models or good-looking people to hit on their significant other to see if the other would cheat?
Oh, I've seen a lot of this on YouTube. Like people do a lot of pranks and use like, social media. What are you talking about it though? Like, is it right? Is it wrong?
What do you guys feel about that? I mean, me personally, I feel like if you're going to take time to hire someone to see if I'm going to cheat, you might as well leave because you obviously don't trust me.
It's weird. It's weird.
It is. I don't. If you have to do that, the person is probably
of like narcissism. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
have you ever seen that? There's this show. I don't know the name of it, where people will they'll set up a camera in their spouse's house or the hotel room, and then they'll hire maids to try to seduce the other partner. And every now and again, a partner will be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck this maid." And the maid is actually paid to go all the way. They won't stop. They will smash your husband.
I think that's Marmy.
You know what though? Like, don't start. If you go, I've learned this. If you go looking for shit, don't be surprised.
You're gonna find it.
Looking for it, okay? So if you create this scenario to see if you can trust him, then obviously you don't think you can trust him.
So exactly. So
that's exactly what I'm saying. But under this instance, if you are in the situation where you feel like you need to go hire someone, and your intuition is telling you this person's cheating on me, that's the end right there. You already know.
It is.
You can't go up to your partner and ask a question and feel like you're going to get a truthful answer. That's another issue too.
Yeah.
It really is.
Why y'all bringing up all my old trauma? I need a drink.
Because this is our therapy session. You know what? This should be called a therapy session.
No, hear me out. You cannot have a relationship and then there's lacking trust. Trust is the main factor in a relationship. You have to trust your partner. If you have anything of doubt, like a grain of salt of doubt, that shit grows.
Yeah, it does.
So check this out. This is how I feel about it, right? When you're in a relationship, right, trust is the utmost important thing in the relationship. And I swear, like, it only takes a mustard seed of doubt.
Oh.
I mean, haven't y'all seen Othello?
Yeah.
Like, he straight up killed this girl and then he killed himself over the shit. But what I'm saying is, if you have doubt in a relationship, it kills the relationship.
Was that Leonardo DiCaprio? Was that one?
No. This is the one with
Romeo and Juliet. Othello was with the black guy.
I'm talking about the one with there's one with
his name.
No, there's one with Lawrence Fishburne. Matter of fact, you remember the movie O?
Yeah.
That was another. Yeah,
but wasn't that the guy from Angel, the black guy from Angel?
You talking about Mekhi Phifer?
Was that Mekhi?
Yeah, it was Mekhi Phifer.
I know the movie. I thought the actor was different, but I know the movie you're talking about. Oh yeah, I remember the movie. I watched it.
Yeah, it's Othello. It was just a more street version of it.
Yeah,
but yeah, doubt kills a relationship. So for you to go into the relationship like planning some stuff, like if it were me, shit, I'd go all the way. Just because you doubted me, like, yo, you killed the relationship.
Right?
I would go in.
I feel like at that point, if you don't trust me and I found out, I would do it anyway.
Because you don't know that it's a trap. So
that's
really,
fuck that.
If you
don't know that you
honey in front of a
right now, so really just confirming for them what they're looking for. But I like to say, like I said, if they think that they need to look for it, then
here's my thing. Like I go out of my way not to get into situations. If you literally put that situation in my front, yo, expect me to fail, yo.
No, because the thing is, what if it wasn't a trap? What if you had a housekeeper that just came home and threw herself at you? Because it could happen.
What part of the world are you living in? That shit does not happen.
They nannies all the time.
Yeah, it does. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
Check this out. Real story. True story. I was in this one relationship, right? And I was taking care of the kid and everything. We went to church because the child had something to do with the church, whatever. We came home and my girl at the time, she was doing makeup, and she was doing makeup for like a bunch of girls. And I come home and I see this one half naked white girl watching TV on the couch. And I literally walked outside. I sent the kid upstairs. I walked outside, looked at the street, like, am I in the right house? And walked back in. The girl had scampered off. I'm like, babe, what's going on in here? She's like, I'm doing makeup. Oh. So I just went upstairs. I don't want no part of this. This is a trap.
I bet you now you kind of wish you would have took you would have been like, you know what, shit.
No, he doesn't, because he's a good man.
If you knew the situation, you would understand what I'm saying. We here.
No,
I got you.
So what were the traps for the girls? How you was there a trap? Did a guy try to set his girl up?
Easily. It's the same scenario.
You send their girls to girls.
It's the same scenario, but different body parts.
They've done it.
Big jungle nigga sitting on the couch.
So, all right, so the plumber, the electrician working on the house, working with your girl.
That's a fantasy.
I have another question though for you guys. That brings me up a thought. Go ahead, Pete.
There was this one show, right? There was this one. It's an episode where I saw this girl. She didn't trust her man, right? So she paid this girl to flirt with the man, and the girl was at the point she was like, "Well, she don't trust you, bro. Get with me. I'm a good girl."
I remember that.
I was like, "Yes, your girl don't even trust you. Like, why be with that? Why do you need that kind of energy in your life?"
What did you do to not be trusted, though?
That's to her.
First of all, no one could be trusted. Don't be saying dudes can't be trusted, because females is.
I didn't say that.
No one can be trusted. I have trust issues.
Like if she would have
why you gotta do something?
See, hold on. Even if he did something, right? I just want you to understand: if you don't trust him, leave.
Right.
Oh, you're definitely correct. No, yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Too much work to go setting up traps, hiring
That's
people.
my point.
I'm with you on that one, but I'm saying
I feel like it don't matter what I did. If you don't trust, leave.
Yeah,
you not possibly be trusted. And is that something that she brought into the relationship? Like, did she have trust issues? Like Jones got trust issues.
Listen.
Did she bring that in? What did you do to not be trusted?
Listen, it doesn't. Okay, let me.
I don't want to talk about what he did to me right now.
Yeah, listen. Let me put it to you this way. If I ask my wife, "Hey, did you eat the last juicy fruit?" and she's like, "No," and I'm looking at her eat the juicy fruit, and I start to not trust her, I'm leaving. You might say, "Hey, that's petty." No, I don't trust her.
Fruit?
Why stay?
Small things turn into little things, bigger things.
Because the thing is, when you stop trusting somebody,
that's not true.
Hold on. When you stop trusting somebody, you're gonna question everything. everything. I'm going to.
Well, that's without a shadow of a doubt, but but that's true. But at the end of the day, like, you cannot have a conversation with your significant other.
See, but that's my thing. Before you go out and you set the trap, have the conversation. But if you feel like you don't trust that person enough, forget, maybe Pete said it or Jacobi, if you can't have that conversation and expect an honest answer, and you have to resort to setting me up for a trap, then what's the point in staying here?
I see your point, but
they want the attention. They want the attention. They want to put him on blast. They want to set him up. They want to make their homegirl hit him up so that he could look stupid on Instagram or text message.
Yeah. They want to be petty. You know what this all boils down to, though? This all boils down to attention. Mental illness is a real motherfucker.
Hey, all right, check this out. You know what about
Did y'all get that?
Mental illness is real. However, though,
to put yourself through that shit, to go through that shit, to ponder and wonder about the shit, to sit there and connive about you're mentally ill, he's mentally ill, we all fucked up, and I'm just trying to be a better person every day. And it's really hard when y'all keep bringing up my past trauma.
Okay, but like, I'm sorry about your trauma. The next instance, though, I feel like all of this is going to come back to trust. Check this out. Within a relationship, right? There are boundaries. If you guys don't talk about your boundaries prior to, there are going to be trust issues developed. For instance, what? Like in a relationship, are there boundaries? Can you have a family member of the opposite sex come over and sleep over? Or can you have a family friend come over and sleep over when you're not there? Certain things, like how much trust is within this relationship? What can you allow? That's what I'm saying. All of these things need to be spoken about.
I feel like that's a big thing on trust too, though. I think that's a whole trust thing.
That's precisely what I'm talking about.
Say, for example, if I wasn't here and Devon calls me, hey, bro, I'm in Florida, can I stay at your crib? I'm like, by all means, go ahead. Because I know not even if let's say I couldn't trust my cousin, I could trust my old lady, so I wouldn't ever worry about it. Now, if there was a doubt in my mind, I'd be like, nigga, you better.
But y'all got that trust though already. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I do agree that conversations about boundaries should be had prior to getting into certain situations. But at the end of the day,
not even certain situations. But not even certain situations. I'm talking about whenever you decide to be committed to someone or be in a relationship with someone or even just date someone. Like all of these things must come up. Like, what are your boundaries?
Well, here's my thing, right? How do you know that you have a boundary until that boundary happens?
It's
when like you have trust issues because you have prior knowledge.
Let me
But you got my boundaries.
Hey, real quick.
Set me up for a trap you deserve to get what you get. Traps don't work.
Pete, like, you gonna go next? I just real quick.
Like, what about?
I say this because I'm no lie. There's been times where my wife has asked me questions and the answer I've given her was just so fucking stupid. No one would believe it, but it was the truth. Like, I've legitimately had some dumb shit happen. I'm saying, like, how am I going to explain this? This just, I don't believe it, but it's the truth. Because sometimes it does happen. What'd you say, Devon?
The truth is the best way. That's the best way out of any situation.
There's the truth shall set you free.
Me and my wife talked one day. She asked me, she's like, is there things you don't tell me? And I'm like, I got to be honest with you, I don't. She's like, why? I said, because some of the stuff that I would like to tell you, it sounds so fucking stupid that you wouldn't believe it. Because I experienced it and I didn't believe it. Like, it's like, let me get one time when I was in Hawaii, actually, I was driving a friend home and I shit you not, I left the club at like midnight. I didn't get home until 2:00 in the morning. And she's like, what the fuck? I said, yo, I swear I was in traffic. And it sounded like an excuse. If I didn't take a picture of the traffic and the roadblock, there would have been no believing it. Like, sometimes...
But you know what? That's hardcore, because I actually did that once. I mean, I was like, oh, I'm stuck in traffic. And I took a picture of like some cars in front of me, but I really wasn't stuck in traffic. I was just like headed somewhere else.
The tangled webs
like,
that we
just
need.
Like fuck you, blah, 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 blah. You know, so sometimes, you know, it don't work.
The bar is just set so low for you men.
It's not just that. It's more of a maturity thing.
That is a whole nother conversation, man. We don't have the time for that today. We gonna have this low bar for men. You know what? We gonna have that conversation next week because I got a few things.
Oh yes, we will because
below bar. You know what? Thank you for joining us on Complicated Discord. Please join us next week because I got a few choice words for Esther and this low bar bullshit that she's talking about. Right
Queen,
now.
just call me the queen.
I'm sorry. Okay, Queen. We gonna see if that statement stands next week. Join us next week for the conversation on
low. Did you mute me?
For men. Peace. By the way, thank you for joining us, Devon. The link is going to be below.
Thank you.